Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Jerry Leon Nuss, age 72 of Hansville, will be held tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Center Hill Baptist Church. Johnny Crompton and Delbert Freeman officiating. Interment in the church cemetery. Hansville Funeral Home is directing. The family will receive friends tonight from 5:30 until 9 p.m. Funeral services for Effie Mae Miller, age 80 of Hansville, will be at 1 p.m. today at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Burial in Mount Zion Cemetery. Ms. Miller passed away Saturday at Hansville Nursing and Rehab. Howard Kirk Chambers, age 48 of Cullman, passed away on Friday at his residence. The family will be having a private graveside service at Flint Creek Cemetery. Moss Service is directing. Dana Meyer Chambers of Cullman passed away at her home on Saturday. Visitation will be held tomorrow at Cullman Funeral Home from 3 to 5 p.m. Following visitation, a graveside service will be held at the Holly Pond Cemetery at 5:30 p.m. Steve Rogers will officiate. Interment will be in Holly Pond Cemetery. Herman Buford Bolte, Jr., age 64, died Saturday at his home. Graveside services will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Cullman City Cemetery. Cullman Heritage is assisting the family with local arrangements. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Good morning and welcome to Today on 2 on this wonderful Monday morning where we have nothing to complain about yet.
Yet?
Yet.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a good attitude.
Optimistic, yeah.
Optimistic, okay. You woke up this morning and that was a good thing, huh?
I woke up and the extent of my morning is I haven't been able to find my black shoes, and so I'm thinking that's a good day.
Okay, if that's so far, that's the only thing that's bad about starting off the day, I guess that's okay
That's
then.
a good morning.
And actually, I think the weather's going to be nice today.
It is going to be nice. I took a little brief look at it. So let's go ahead and look at the weather for today. Our weather is brought to you by Mitch Chevrolet, located on Cherokee Avenue. Make the switch to Mitch. The weather almanac for today, the average high will be 83 and the average low 56. The record high is 94 degrees in 1941 that was set, and the record low was 38 degrees set in 1978. The sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:42, and the sunset tonight will be at 7:46. We have a radar picture that we need to see. We have some activity moving close up to the lake area, but we don't have anything in our area, it looks like. Let's take a little bit closer look. We don't have any activity around our area. There's maybe a little bit in lower parts of Alabama, but today is patchy fog this morning, otherwise sunny with a high around 87. It's a little bit higher than the average high. Tonight will be clear with a low around 66. Tomorrow sunny with a high near 87. Wednesday, not Wednesday. Ooh. You can tell where I'm from this morning. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain activity with a high around 83. Thursday, a 20% chance of rain with a high around 83. and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday highs around the lower 80s with mostly sunny conditions.
Maybe Memorial Day weekend will be a good weekend. It looks like it.
Sounds like a good weekend to me.
So let that rain come in on Wednesday.
If you have a pool, it's a great time to use it.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Yes. Or go outdoors somewhere for Memorial Day, right?
Yep. So I hear you had a great weekend this weekend.
I did. My grandson came to visit, and it's always enjoyable when he comes to visit, and we have just a really good time. But I felt really bad. He has this little John Deere tractor. That's his big thing. You know, it's one of those plastic jobs, and I'm pushing him on it because he's still not quite. You know, his legs don't quite do the motion. So I'm pushing him, and I'm pushing him around in a circle, and he fell off.
Oh no!
Just fell off and we were in the garage, only little puddle of water, so it got a whole front of him. So I couldn't even try to hide it because nobody was around. I had to change his shirt and.
Are you the bad person?
I am.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to faze him too much. I just said, "Oh, you fell off," and we put him back on, and we went back riding again. So anyway, poor little thing. But just like those little cartoons you see, where the little that's exactly what happened. I just felt terrible.
Just straight from here to
just round in a circle. Anyway, oh well. And you said you kind of attended Doggy Days? What is it?
I sort of did. Birmingham has this festival that's called Doodah Days. It's a huge festival to celebrate basically just, if you own a dog, come celebrate with us. Okay. Huge stage where they have live music, a couple of bands. I didn't get the name of any bands, but they were a local group, and they were really good. But what amazed me was just the variety of different dogs that were there, which, I mean, you see them in books and online, but I had never seen this many different dogs in one location.
And you said that only one fight broke out?
Yes, only one dog fight. Within this, if anyone's ever been, it's Caldwell Park in Birmingham. It's not large. It's fairly small, but there was like 1,000 dogs. I promise, in this one little area, and there was only one dog fight.
Wow, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, let's look at our Facebook friend of the day.
Let's check out who is our Facebook friend today.
Let's see. Glenn Self is our friend, and he likes Wallace State Campus Ministries, and Cullman Park and Rec. So very good. We're glad he likes Wallace and Cullman Park and Rec. And actually, we're going to be giving away some extra tickets today, aren't we? All week long, we're going to be giving away some passes so everybody can go to the Memorial Day celebration and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So who's going to be our guest on today?
Mr. Fred Arcenaux is here. He has been visiting us for several years now. He is a local artist. He's got a lot going on. I want him to be able to talk about it, so we're going to visit with him and talk to us about everything that's going on in his life with his books.
Oh, sounds great. We also have George here as always, and we'll have some merchandise with some extra tickets to give away right after these words.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. and to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Time for news and comment on this Monday. Looking at the local news, county news, the Cullman County Commission is decided to hire full-time an attorney. Now, this sort of thing is something that Jefferson County has done, and the problem is that it got to be a problem for them. For them it was because of the fact that the attorney felt he was due a pay raise. Others weren't getting him pay raises. He felt he deserved one, and it was a nasty separation between that attorney and the Jefferson County Commission. They eventually got another attorney. The benefits to it is that you have a set rate of what you're going to pay this attorney, and it's full-time, right? But the story in the Cullman Times did not say what his salary was. They didn't say if he gets benefits, health insurance, those kind of things. Those are big issues, especially nowadays with the cost of health insurance, is it not? The story says that the county commission has been using law firms that pay them on an hourly basis, and it can be expensive. It really can be whenever you do it this way on an hourly basis, because if you have issues you're trying to resolve, and you've got an attorney sitting there with you and another commissioner. And if you do, in Cullman County, you better have a reporter present, because otherwise you're having a secret meeting, and that violates the open air law. But if you do that, then you can spend several hours. And the cost of an attorney, I will tell you, when I went into office, the cost was $300 an hour. I found an attorney locally who charged $200 an hour. It was less expensive. But if, in fact, and I don't know, it's probably gone up since those days when I was in office, but it's an issue whenever you have this, because if you keep them on board so long, then of course, if you're just paying them by the hour, you're going to spend a lot of money. But not only that, the former chairman of the county commission and the existing commissioners were paying about $5,000 a month for another attorney in Cullman, a prominent Cullman city attorney. And I asked Mr. Walker, when he was running for chairman of the county commission back last year, I said, if you get into office, will you tell us what that money, why the county's paying $5,000 a month to this attorney when he's not the county attorney, the one they normally use? He said he would. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Walker will not return our calls or come on the program, so we're going to have to, I guess I'll just have to go see him to see what that's about. You owe the people an explanation, whether you're former chairman or whether you're current chairman. Today's a busy day in the legislature. It's the last day, that being May the 20th, because a lot of bills are pending on this final day, one of those being the Cullman County appointed superintendent bill that hopefully will get passed. It's a local bill, right? And also, there's going to be a lot of bills, local bills, that won't be passed. They won't become law. The issue, for example, of drug testing a person who's had prior convictions of drug use and selling and such, if they're applying for Social Security, not Social Security, but welfare benefits, that's a good bill, I think. The gun bill, where you can take your gun to work as long as you keep it locked up in your car. But it's going to be a very busy day. We'll know tomorrow morning whether or not that bill passed. It'll be a long night for the folks in Montgomery. Birmingham, the city of Birmingham, voted to be number 91 out of 100 least active cities in the nation. Least active. This is according to Men's Health. In other words, they're the most sedentary. They sit there and do nothing. Couch potato kind of folks, right? That means that you watch more than 15 or more hours of TV each week. And it doesn't take long to rack up 15 hours, does it? Especially if you sit and start watching coverage like we had yesterday afternoon on the networks regarding all those tornadoes going through Oklahoma and Kansas. DirecTV is looking at a possible bid to acquire online video site Hulu. You can go there if you have a computer, internet access, watch old episodes or even recent episodes. Last night's show, if you missed it, for example. It's getting so convoluted the way you can be entertained nowadays. Everything from Xbox, watching Hulu, getting Netflix, and watching that, maybe streaming live on your television. And there's no better reminder of how things have advanced in the past 30 years than to go into the Foundry or a bargain store, into a flea market, and find all these good-looking sets of encyclopedias. Those days are over, basically. Because if you have to go to Encyclopedia, son, you don't have an internet connection, apparently. Also, Bob Schieffer, CBS's newsman Bob Schieffer, upset with Barack Obama yesterday on Face the Nation. He was talking with senior advisor Dan Pfeiffer, talking about Obama's senior advisor. And Bob Schieffer says that President Obama is using exactly the same approach that the Nixon administration took in Watergate. He says, by the way, why are you here, talking to Pfeiffer, right? He says, why isn't the White House Chief of Staff here to tell us what happened? When a veteran newsman like Schieffer starts showing concern, I think, as liberal as CBS is, it would be wise for the rest of us to start paying attention. I'm not sure. Anyway, nonetheless, March 17th, if you were watching the moon, you saw a small flash. It was a meteorite hit that thing. One of hundreds the past couple of years. Hundreds hitting the moon. What does that mean? And it's a smaller target than we are, isn't it? Oh well. Stay tuned. More up today on 2 after this.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
And we are back and ready to give away some prizes. I looked at the prize list a while ago and had to take a step back. There was a lot of prizes.
Really?
Yep. Okay. Let's take a look. We have one pass to Hurricane Creek Park. We also have a Bowberry biscuit from Bojangles. We also have a large specialty pizza from Papa John's and a day pass to the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center.
And you're going to want to win that because it's Memorial Day weekend, and that's good for up to 6 people in a family, right?
It is good for 6 people, and a reminder that they are opening the pool, the outdoor pool, this Saturday.
That's right.
So all the pools should be open, up and running, and ready to go. Okay. So let's take a look at our merchandise for today, who we're going to start with. And make waves to get your boat ready for summertime with your Sony Marine stereo system that's on sale for $149 at the Stereo Center in the Cullman Shopping Center. That includes AM and FM radio.
And Brown & Company Beverages, specialty wine and beer store. It's called the Beer Cave. They have barware and specialty items, large variety of domestics and imports. Check out the great deals.
And Mr. Hicks Winswear is now offering suits made to your measurements. They are in Compass Way, Southwest and Cullman. They are businessmen, regular sizes, and big and tall sizes for those guys who are hard to fit.
And Yates Chance Christian Bookstore, graduates with honors for their selection of gifts for the senior. I tell you what, they've got all kinds of stuff, music, ebooks, jewelry, and much, much more for that graduating senior.
And if you need an oil change, if you need minor engine repair, shocks, or brakes, go see Greg and the guys at Tires for Less. They are just past 157 on 2nd Avenue North, and they're more than just tires. They're at Tires for Less with Bridgestone and Firestone tires.
And diabetic shoes are now available at Borden Family Pharmacy, located at the corner of Eva Road and Highway 157. The finest quality diabetic footwear, period. That's it. Dr. Comfort's the name of it, Borden Family Pharmacy.
And the Uniform Place, head to toe for summer with Allegria Shoes, Landau, and Med Couture. Uniform Place is located on 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cullman, Alabama, and the Allegria Shoes there are Blue Bubbles and Midnight Garden.
And the crew at Earl's Body Shop reminds you to move over for those emergency vehicles. Large and small towing always available, local or long distance. Earl's Body Shop, right there on Highway 31 North.
And Renard's Gallery and Gifts, jewelry, framing, and prints. You can also visit them on the web to see all the gifts and attractions they have at Renard's at renardsgallery.com. They're located at 1st Avenue Southeast. And that is a look at our merchant ads for today. Our telephone number is 734-7399. And our question for today, I don't know how many graduations have taken place or how many are. I know that there's at least 3 that I know of that have happened. But if you're still looking for a graduate's gift and you're looking for music, ebook, jewelry, something like that, where can you get that?
Yep.
Where can you get music, ebooks, jewelry, anything like that for the graduate? All right, while we wait on a phone call, let's take a look at the weather, but do call in while we're waiting on someone to answer. Today's weather, we'll have patchy fog this morning, otherwise sunny with a high around 87. Tonight it'll clear off for the low around 66, and tomorrow sunny with a high around 87.
Okay.
All right, and I believe that we have a phone call for today.
I think we do.
And good morning, caller. To whom am I speaking?
Carolyn.
All right, good morning, Carolyn. And where can you find that graduate gift, music, ebooks, or anything?
Yates Chance Christian Bookstore.
That is the correct answer. Yates Chance Christian Bookstore does have your gift for the graduate. Carolyn, stay on the line. We'll get all your information just in a second. Thank you so much for calling in, and we'll take a look at our second round of merchant ads right now. Who we're going to start with? That is Night Free Insurance. They have been providing insurance coverage for over 3 generations. They are one of the top 10 growth agencies in the state of Alabama for auto owners. They are located on 1st Avenue Southeast.
Medical Arts Apothecary is featuring that dollar wall. They have everything from personal care to household. All this can be found at Medical Arts Apothecary, and of course they are a pharmacy.
And Deb's Bookstore. If you're looking for that perfect gift, go visit Deb's. Browsers are always welcome, and gift certificates are available if you can't find the book in store right then.
And come spend your summer with us. The outdoor pools are opening on Saturday, May the 25th, and of course we're talking about the Cullman Park and Rec, and this is the Aquatic Center, and it is a great place to be this weekend.
And the Baldwin Counseling Center offers weight loss opportunities, individual and family counseling, and also lifestyle coaching, and that is, of course, with Howard Rogers. Help is just a phone call away with Baldwin Counseling Center.
Auto Tech Foreign and Domestic Repair and Service available there. David Methvin is the owner, and he's in his new location in the Vinemont area, right there beside Ridgecrest Community Church.
And peanut butter topping, Choco Chunks, brownie pieces, and a creamy vanilla soft serve is available at Dairy Queen. It, of course, is the blizzard of the month, the Choco Peanut Butter Brownie.
Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and for towing, and you can count on them today. That's Mullins Body Shop, 734-1353.
And that is a look at our merchant ads. We will ask a question tomorrow about the ads, and we'll have a list of prizes to give away as well tomorrow.
And all week long, I think we're giving away those day passes. So
all week long. So call in, get your chance to win that day pass.
And today is the birthday we're going to celebrate for Josh Black, and he will be put into the drawing on Friday, where he has that possibility of winning that ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And we need to mention briefly, we have the Cullman Distinguished the Alumni Association, but this is brought to you by Channel 2, Bill Floyd, State Farm Insurance, and Cullman Jefferson Gas. And we all want to salute the Cullman City Schools Foundation of Distinguished Alumni Selections, which are
Alan C. Burns for Class of 45, Tom Drake for Class of 49, Dr. Sidney Gibbs, Senior, Class of 52, and Dr. Eugene Scruggs, 56.
And Dr. Jenny Grissom Folsom, which graduated in 64. Is that Carolyn?
Carlene.
Carlene Reddick Lawson, 70. Neil Allen Faust, 77. And Dr. Brad Moody, 96.
And then Mona Hopper and Suzanne Harbin from the Class of 84. So this is our 2013 Distinguished Service Award winners.
It's a mouthful.
Yes,
that's what that is.
Yeah. And we want to thank State Farm, of course, and Cullman Jefferson Gas for helping us to salute them.
Absolutely. All right, we will be back with a visit from our guests right after these words.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Ed White Jewelers, it's a family-owned business, and we can service all your jewelry needs. We have a knowledgeable and friendly staff. And if there's something that you need that we do not carry the line of, we have a close networking with other jewelry stores also, and if they carry a line that we do not carry, rest assured we'll be able to get that piece for you. So when you think of Ed White Jewelers, that's really all you need to think about. Shop Ed White Jewelers for the good stuff.
This is my life, my future's looking bright. Make your choices on my terms and my time. I'm in a Wallace state of mind. I've got goals and I'm aiming high. Wallace has choices that'll fit me just right. I'm in a Wallace state of mind. I'm in a Wallace state of mind.
Welcome back to Today on 2, and we're going to visit with Mr. Fred Arcenaux, who's written several books, but these two are the latest, I think, Mirrored and Decayed, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and you have been coming on Channel 2 for many years now, and of course you said you've been an author for 10 years, is that correct?
I've been writing for 10 years.
Okay, very good. And things have just, it sounds like, exploding for you in your career. Tell me a little bit about what's going on.
Well, I got together with two other authors that were in a similar situation as myself, and we formed Supernaturalist Publishing. It's the Latin for supernatural.
Okay.
And we deal with a lot of fantasy, supernatural thrillers is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a variety of various venues that we write in genres.
But this is a local publishing company.
We formed it right here.
Okay.
One of my partners right now, Sue, is over in Afghanistan. That kind of slowed things down. My other partner is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Okay.
So we're covering different parts of the country right now to be able to handle various authors.
Because publishing is, you can write all you want, but if you can't get it published, then it doesn't do you much good, right? And you probably ran into that when you first tried to publish your book, your first book?
Oh, yes. I mean, you run into all types of publishing houses, and you get promises, but delivery of those promises in a world where the publishing industry is in a revolution. They don't know where they're going to settle next.
Right.
You see, so even your mainstream, well-known authors are going into what they call their backlists, meaning previously published that now they have their rights back to. They're self-publishing and putting them out. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Amazon and other.
Right.
And they're becoming quite successful. So when you see well-known authors that have been out there for 20, 30 years self-publishing, you wonder what's going on.
Right, definitely. Well, you've kind of branched out and crossed over the big ocean, and now you're over in Europe. And so tell me a little bit about that.
Toward the end of March, I had an opportunity through Killer Nashville to go and have my first book mirrored, and it's a 12-book series, that one.
And that's this one, right?
Entered into the International Paris Book Expo in Paris, France. And I was only one of 80 American entries, and thousands of industry professionals went through and had a chance to look at the book. This coming weekend, I will be, or Mirrored will be featured in the Prague, Czech Republic International Book Expo, and I'm only one of 40 Americans that are in that.
Very good. Now, does it get translated into their language, or it's just...
No, it's just what you have in your hand right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. A lot of people speak and read English, even though they're in Europe, so it's really probably not an issue. But so Mirrored is the featured one, right?
Yes, it's the first of a 12-book series. I'm working on the third one.
Okay. Mirrored, and then followed by Decayed. Okay. Very good.
Coin will be the third one.
Coin?
C-O-I-N.
Okay.
I like one-word titles.
Okay, very good. Well, they're easier to remember, that's for sure. Well, give us a little bit about this series. Tell us a little bit about the plot of this series.
It's supernatural. It has to do with demonic possession, oppression, infestation, and how individuals react to it and how they have to deal with it.
Is it kind of like that whole poltergeist thing and the whole... No, okay.
No. This is how unseen entities mess with us in our reality and how they influence people.
Okay.
Yeah. It's if you have something that's non-tangible, it's hard to get a hold of. But like a werewolf, a vampire, a shapeshifter, they have physical essence that you can deal with.
Right.
But how do you deal with something that can, from time to time, mess with you, but you can't mess with them?
How has the response been being different from overseas as opposed to here? How people have they accepted the book differently? What's been the response difference?
It's been too soon to get a response.
Okay.
But yeah, it was at the end of March that the Paris Book Expo went out. Some of the responses are drifting in. I have not heard back from that one. And then this weekend will be the Prague. So it's just, I'm putting Cullman out there internationally.
That's right. And we are almost out of time, but I just wanted to mention that there is a luncheon that's going to be taking place June the 8th. Tell me quickly about that.
Well, the Heart of Dixie, which is the local Cullman chapter of Romance Writers of America, every year up in the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, they have a readers' luncheon where readers themselves can sit down at a table and have lunch with their favorite authors and then have an opportunity to buy books, and they get free gifts, everybody that comes there, and the information's out there. Also, the proceeds this year from this one will go to the Cullman County Library.
So anybody's welcome to come, right? It's not just for
Well, there's a small fee. You can go on the websites or
Right.
something and find out about that, and I'll leave some of these cards here if anybody was interested. It's well worth going to, and I thought, well, I'm a local author and I have my own publishing house. I may as well promote it.
That's very good. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me back again.
Yeah, and let us know how things worked out.
I sure will.
All right, very good.
We'll be right back with a look at community billboards right after these words.
One morning they parched some corn in a wash pot and gave us a handful of it and told us to put it in our pocket. We was going on a march. And we started on the death march towards where we, Camp 5, where I spent the rest of my time in there. They said, the further we went, we'd have to stop off on the death march because the weather got so cold and the snow got so deep. It got down to 50 below zero.
That's why I shop at Doug Doggett Jewelers.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Now it's time for our community billboards brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. The CRMC hosts the Stroke Prevention and Tips Seminar. Join the critical care Paula Burks RN as she discusses important life-saving stroke prevention tips. That's going to be Wednesday, May the 22nd from 11:30 to 1 at CRMC. It's $5 for Women's First members and $8 for others. You do need to make a reservation. Coleman Auburn Club is having their annual banquet on Thursday, May the 30th at 6 p.m. at the Coleman Civic Center. The guest speaker will be head coach Gus Malzahn. For ticket information, please contact Curtis Mize, 347-7142. Sign up now for the bird watching program being offered June the 1st at the Pinehart Farm. Session will run from 8:30 till 11. To pre-register, call 734-0850. And if you have an email you want to share with us, you could send it to channel2coleman@gmail.com, fax it to 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman.
And our weather brought to you by Mitch Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Today is going to be sunny with a high around 87. It's clearing off tonight with a low around 66. And tomorrow will be sunny with a high around 87. We also have something else that we'd like to mention. We have another one of those slides that we'd like to pop up. And this one is brought to you by the Cullman Power Board and Turner Family Pharmacy. And we would like to salute to the 2013 Promising Alumni Selections, which are
Stephen Alders from the class of 2003 and Austin T. Monk from the class of 07.
And the 2012-2013 Teachers of the Year is Dylan Lee from Cullman Middle School, Josh Swindle, Patricia Harrison,
and Melanie Edwards from Wallace, and Priscilla Garrison from the Cullman County Public Schools, I guess. And the Council for Leaders in Alabama Schools is Principal of the Year, Lane Hill from Cullman High School.
And we just like to take a moment to recognize those people and congratulate them on their recognition for this year. Well, who is going to be our guest on tomorrow?
Officer Cindy Royscheib. I never can say that right. And she's talking about rad kids with a self-defense class.
1,000 consonants.
Yes.
It's Monday. We'll forgive you.
Okay, good.
It's okay.
Good. All
right. Well, if you were looking for any food tips or anything, What's Cooking with Teresa does air on Mondays right after the show here. And we'd like to thank you again for watching today on 2.
Hope you have a great day.